Well, this is a historic moment for us where science, development converge. And we have a mantra at home that science is the fulcrum for development.
So this came about when the agency started to assess the core that's sitting in the National Library in Pretoria, where they discovered that there is a technical recoverable potential for shale gas resource in this area.
Cabinet commissioned us to do an investigation and research to find out about the resources that are available in this area so that Cabinet can formulate the right policies for sustainable economic development.
So CGS was then mandated by the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy to come and conduct a geo-environmental baseline study here that will investigate any possible impacts that could be brought about by the exploration and exploitation activity to the Karoo environment. The first phase being the regional baseline studies that included understanding the environments, doing environmental studies, doing hydrosensors to understand the status of groundwater in the area, doing geological and structural mapping to characterize the area geologically, and also we conducted some geophysical studies, which is the airborne geophysics at a regional level and ground geophysics at a much more localized scale, to try and really understand the subsurface and to be able to make decisions for the subsequent stages of the project. So having done that, having had that good understanding of the subsurface, we started then going to the second phase, which is the drilling, trying to understand the groundwater at various levels. So with that drilling, we had 5 shallow boreholes that we drilled back at the end of 2017. 2 of those boreholes were particularly high yielding, and that drilling coincided with the severe drought ever recorded in this area.
We are responsible for the core sampling for the CGS Karoo Deep Hole project. What it means in a nutshell is we are responsible up to 3,500 meters, deliver a proper core sample for CGS in order to do a proper analysis and see if there's any traces of carbon or shale and what's the potential.
The Central Karoo is the largest district in the province and the poorest. And we hope that definitely this project will bring a change to our economic problems, our economic difficulties.
I hope and we hope that this project will bring much relief and opportunities to the people of Beaufort West and the Central Karoo at large.
As we know, Beaufort West is mostly a town that is supported or that is dependent on the grants or pay. So abantu abaninzi, they are depending on the grants and the young people are not working. So what we're looking at, or I'm looking at, more opportunities are going to be there. Umsebenzi uzawuvela. Young people are going to work. Young people are going to be independent. They're going to be empowered.
Well, currently the crime rate is quite high in this town, especially due to drug use, especially the drug and alcohol abuse. But that's mainly because of the unemployment rate.
If they can assist us, can assist the youth in SMMEs, the youth in skills, because we are also having lack of skills in Beaufort West. Now I think if the government also can assist us in those issues, then Beaufort West can be developed.
We had communities concerned about possible water pollution, environmental degradation, and our government placed a moratorium on processing of those applications, directed us to do this research first.
The aim is to have a win-win solution for the government and the community.
I know it's one of the biggest concerns. People are scared we can contaminate the groundwater, but with new technologies on hand, we are able to prevent something like that occurring. From an emission perspective and from energy conservation perspective, this is the route forward. It's a more cleaner form of energy we can utilize in South Africa specifically.
What a fantastic year, an unprecedented research globally. Nowhere in the world has researchers looked for answers this deep This borehole will significantly contribute towards advancing the body of knowledge of science, creating and advancing future scientists, young scientists. One of the critical questions that needed to be answered was, do we have gas? Yes, we do. So we've taken gas samples. Those are still a subject of analysis. In the event that the state decides, based on the research findings, that we will develop gas as a country, we're worried about environmental protection. Now we know how to protect the environment. We know how to protect water. This is a even more water scarce part of our country. And so any activities that threaten pollution of water would be of great concern. We waited and invested in research to protect the integrity of water quality, to direct where fluids can be sourced from for the purpose of development, and also how to protect the environment. We have the responsibility to leave this environment for future generations.
So that is a strong part of this research, is to have an understanding, and also the regulatory framework that has to be put in place to govern the exploration and exploitation of shale gas in this area should be informed by scientific evidence. And that's what we're doing here. And we are excited because we have collected a lot of good data that will be very informative to the decision-making process. So we're drilling a hole. We're taking core samples. As you have seen, we're taking a portion of the drill core out of the ground. All of that goes to the National Core Library. When it arrives there, it gets scanned through what we call the hyperspectral scanner. And you get a whole lot of new world of information coming out of that, complementing the geology that would have been done by the geologists on site. At the moment, we're sitting at 2,978 meters, just 22 meters shy of the 3-kilometer mark. It's been a lot of geoscience involved in this at a multidisciplinary sort of level. We've been drilling, opening up the hole for a whole number of analytical tools to send down there and get as much results as we can out of this hole. We've done geophysics to try and image the hole and get a lot of data. We've done water sampling just to try and understand the deep groundwater dynamics in the hole. We also, the most exciting part was getting into the target formations that are purported to be the host formations for the shale gas. Drilling through those and now looking at the results that we're looking forward to getting the results through the technical workshop that we're having in the next 2 days, just trying to put all of that information together and see what it tells us in terms of the shale gas potential of this area. We did encounter some gas here. The question is how much. The question is what sort of economic potential is there. So that for us is exciting. That for us it opens a door to a lot more work that needs to be done in this area to understand the whole potential for shale gas in this area. So we're really hopeful. The current indications are looking really promising, and it's very exciting for the CGS at this stage and for the country. I'm passionate about nature. I'm passionate about the preservation of nature. I'm passionate about making sure that the exploration and the exploitation of mineral resources is in the most environmentally responsible way possible. So that's that. I'm just mainly interested in the sustainability of the environment.